Really quick, I know I'm on the same road trip as my last video, but I wanted to do a quick rant about something I saw on, and this has bothered me for a long time. So I saw it on Facebook. I don't know if it's true or not, that there's basically a vegetarian fast food place coming out, and that it's just gonna put McDonald's to shame because McDonald's is so unhealthy, and this vegetarian fast food is gonna be so much better. And it was basically a picture of a vegetarian burger. And this has always been my pet peeve. If you want to be a vegetarian because you want, it's personal reasons that have to do with animals, that you don't want to eat an animal, or that you don't like the way they're treated or something like that, then great, be a vegetarian, that's your choice. But if you are under the impression that being a vegetarian will make you skinny or healthy compared to meat eaters, you're confused. Because this fast food, okay, so I guarantee they're gonna make these vegetarian patties with a bunch of stuff, which is actually gonna be high calorie things that these things might actually be healthy to start with, lentils, different beans, lentils, seeds, whatever it may be. Put it in a patty and then fry it in vegetable oil. It's not all of a sudden gonna be healthy for you because it's fried vegetables. They're still gonna do things to it that are making it high fat, high saturated fat. If you think animals are the only ones that have saturated fat, you're wrong, because coconut oil, palm oil, anything that has a tropical type of name, oil, those are saturated fats. So unless it's, avocado oil, which I guarantee they're not going to cook in because it has a very low boiling point and it splatters when you cook with it. Honestly, and it's going to be high calorie. It doesn't matter what type of oil it is. If you fry things with excessive amounts of any type of fats, you're going to have a lot of calories. Same thing, I'll see vegan mayonnaise or whatever, vegetarian mayonnaise, it's still fat. Mayonnaise isn't that awful for you. It's egg whites, vinegar, and olive oil or some type of vegetable oil to begin with. So really the problem comes when people eat tons and tons and tons of mayonnaise on their sandwiches. They're putting 7 times the serving size. That's the problem. So I eat vegetables. I think vegetables are a great thing to eat, and you should eat them as a vegetable source. Eat the actual vegetable. I eat meat all the time, but I don't eat red meat all the time. That's a special treat. Or, really high fat meats. I eat a lot of white fish. Even the high fat fish is good for you, like salmon or something. I don't eat as much of it. I kind of treat it like a red meat, it's more of a treat. I eat lean shellfish, like shrimp or something like that. I eat lean chicken breasts. I eat egg whites. Granted, it's not meat, but it's an animal product. Egg whites are the best protein you can possibly consume. They have the highest biological availability out of any protein, and every protein is compared to them. So, but I eat vegetables too, balance it out. I eat whole grains. When I have my carbohydrates, I'll have a vegetable source, so a potato or a sweet potato. And then if it's a grain, I'll have brown rice or oats or flaxseed or something like that. So don't tell someone who eats meat that you're healthier because you're eating your fried lentils. I don't fry my tilapia. I cook it and then put lemon juice on it. So it's just a misconception. I think people get really confused. There's so much information out there and it's so confusing. They'll be like, oh, I got this organic eggplant parmesan at Trader Joe's, and you look at it and it's like 900 calories and like 1,000,000 grams of fat. You're like, just because it's organic cheese doesn't all of a sudden make it good for you. Like, it's still saturated fat cheese. Like, I don't understand why people think that these words like vegetarian and organic all of a sudden make things like amazingly good for you. I think, like, eat things as in close to their natural state as possible. I actually just texted my fiance the other day and I was like, when we get our own house, I really want a tilapia pond and I want to raise our own tilapia because I eat so much tilapia, and it would be nice to kind of have some that I, have myself, and they're really fresh, and that they were fed good things and whatnot. But just try to eat, good whole sources, and don't add a bunch of oil and crap to your food. Sauces, like, there are vegetarian and vegan and organic sauces and fats and creams and cheeses, and granted, cheese isn't vegan, but you know what I mean? Like, there's just so many additives that have these claims that people get confused thinking they're the healthy choice when really they're not. They're just playing to a advertisement that is popular because people are going to buy it because it says organic or it says gluten-free. Gluten-free is another thing. Like, I think the gluten thing is very up in the air because my mom actually has celiac disease. So I've known about the gluten thing my whole life. I've been around it. It's not like a fad for, like, in my head. I've always known about it. My mom had celiac disease, which is an actual gluten and food intolerance where if you have it, you would have known. When my mom was in elementary school, she literally looked like a Holocaust survivor child. She was allergic to all food except for beef and bananas for 2 years. That's all she could eat. I remember my grandparents have stories of, like, my grandpa would go fishing, and one time he left the worms out on the table, and my mom was so hungry that she ate the earthworms. That is celiac disease. That is a gluten intolerance. Sorry, dropped my phone. But anyway, that's a real gluten intolerance, is